Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I'm of course your host Aaron, and today is a special treat as we are going to talk about a food purchase that I made at Giant. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. I wanted to start off by saying how disappointed I am with everything that may have happened in the last 2.5 hours. Since leaving the gym around 9, I went to get in my car and I had a message from X. And on X, it was from Funko Finders and Disc Tracker, because they post everything at the same time, that there was a drop for the Pokemon Destined Rivals and also a restock on the Pokemon Eevee Evolution Prismatic Bundle John, and they were on Walmart.com. So I go on Walmart.com and I join this line, and I'm crossing my fingers since I think I got in it really fast, really early, that maybe if I wait patiently, my number will pop up on the screen. There's no number that pops up on the screen. It just says, hey, this is ready. You got 10 minutes to buy this motherfucker. Get it, buy it, and get the hell out of here and move on with your day. And I thought about what I was going to eat for dinner, and this is what's going to get to the Giant thing. We're going to get to it. And I just tried to prep out my time. Like, okay, if I go in the shower, I might have time to get back to my phone, and the line thing might not have gone. So, long story short, I brought my phone in the shower. I brought my phone everywhere around the house, to the bathroom, making dinner, and absolutely nothing happened. It was a waste of time. I did not get these Pokemon TCG cards. I got nothing. It sucks. What can you do? You know, you try it, it's an excitement, but once again, I failed miserably. Anyway, so I decided that I was going to have hamburgers for dinner. Now, I went through the battle in my head and I said, oh, you know, let's look at Taco Bell, let's look at McDonald's, and Taco Bell has a pretty good set of deals. Now, I have a reward where I can get a free taco, and there's also a $5, I guess, gift card that they gave everybody if you have the app. And I think you can use it until August. I'll probably use it next week or by the end of the week, whenever the hell I get tacos. So, I bought these two things from Giant because on Memorial Day, I was working, and I said, shit, there's, you know, I don't have any hamburgers, no hot dogs, why don't I just go over to Giant, pick some of these up, and make them for dinner. And here is what I bought. I bought these 2 boxes of, one, Philly Gourmet, that's what we need to go by, it's Philly Gourmet, and they were pure 100% Angus patties. Now, from looking at the box, I thought this sumbitch was going to be a nice, thick, juicy burger. I can hold it this way if you want. And guess what, folks? It was not a big, fat, juicy burger. I put this sumbitch on the skillet, I made it, and guess what? It sucked ass. And no, I didn't overcook it. I cooked it to the perfect temp. I followed the instructions to a T. I had potato bread, and I love potato bread. I had a slice of nice American cheese. I had some spicy mayo. And it sucked. I wasn't pleased with it. So, that was on Memorial Day. And today, when I came home, I said I'm going to have burgers again, and I had these bad boys. The Philly Gourmet 100% beef smashed patties. Now, when I looked at the box, I don't know how you want me to hold this up for you guys where you can see it deliciously. I thought that this thing was going to be really small, skimpy patties. Well, they turned out to be bigger than these motherfucking Angus patties. In my mind, that's what they look different. And when I went there, of course, the reason I got 2 was because it was buy one, get one free. And of course, you know me, I'm just cheap and I'll buy whatever's on sale, so. So I guess I learned my lesson. These Philly Gourmets sucked ass, except these bad boys, the Smash Johns. Now, the Smash Johns didn't have instructions. Like this one said, you know, flip after like 4 or 5 minutes. It shouldn't take longer than XYZ. These were just like, listen, throw these motherfuckers on the grill and see what the fuck happens. Whether or not you get a perfect hamburger, that's on you, bro. So I put these on the grill, and I'm letting these sumbitches sizzle, and I'm making some fries. I have an air fryer. I'm letting that bad boy heat up. I throw the fries in there, you know, some salt, pepper. I shake that sumbitch around. I got this sesame seasoning shaker shit. I put that on the french fries a little bit. I put some Parm cheese on them. Shake, shake, shake. I've already broken my air fryer. Yes, I've broken the handle off. The thing doesn't have any more bolts and shit. I've even got a warning from Amazon that said, please do not use this product. There is a safety recall. Well, I keep using it. While I'm letting all this happen, my burgers are like sizzling. And like I turned it on a low flame because last time when I made these motherfucking Angus Johns, I had like the grease was like splattering in my eyes and like my hands and shit. But I also wasn't wearing a shirt because I came right from the shower. But yeah, it was like splashing on me and I'm burning. I'm like, ah! This time, however, I turned it down to a nice 7 on my highest burner, so I was not getting splish splashed by grease. I emptied the grease out onto like a pan, when I throw it out later, get like tissue and shit like that. I'm pretty good at that. I watched the video. And I put these patties on. I put a slice of cheese on top. Last time I put the cheese on the burgers and in the microwave. Bad move. And I put the buns in the air fryer with the fries. I should also mention that there was a little bit of green mold on one of the buns, but I picked it off. And I also said, well, there was a time when I wasn't paying attention and I probably did eat a moldy piece of bread and I survived. So I say to myself, I will survive a little bit of mold. Right, Dad? Anyway, so I get the burgers, I put the cheese on there, and this time I put 3 of these patties. Last time I used 2 to Angus, and it wasn't enough, and this time I used 2 of these, or 3 to smashies. So I made a double stack smash with fries, and then I had a regular smash with fries, and instead of using the spicy mayo, I used ketchup. I sat down at the table, my computer table, I really don't have a table, and I took one big delicious, I didn't even say delicious bite, and it was actually pretty fucking good. It was better than the Angus burgers. And here's the problem I had with the Angus burgers too. I made waffle fries with these sumbitches. Now, I didn't put the waffle fries on the burger because there wasn't enough waffle fries that were given to me, but I had enough regular fries, and these fries were a lot better than the goddamn crappy ones across the street. Ugh, God. I'm never going to eat at that place from across the street ever again. I'll have a hot dog over a hamburger, except if I'm at like my parents' house and my dad's making hamburgers. Of course, I'm going to get more hamburgers than hot dogs. I mean, come on. I love hamburgers. I just don't go out of my way to get hamburgers, and usually when I get a hot dog, it's given to me. So that's why I'm saying I hot dogs over hamburgers. But I'm not going to say that I do not enjoy a double quarter pounder from McDonald's. Actually, I enjoy a double quarter pounder from McDonald's, but I have not had that in years. And if my brother found out that I had like a double quarter pounder, he'd be like, what are you doing? It's so much. But I want to tell you guys and give you guys an up or a down on these giant burgers, these Philly Gourmet. And the Philly Gourmet, if you are watching, smashies. Here, I'll give it a bigger pick. The smash burgers are the way to go, folks. If you are looking for a hamburger, even though they were $12.99, a little overpriced, but I guess they were cheaper than the Bubba burgers. And last time I got Bubba burgers, they weren't too good. And these Angus Johns, if you got to pick, definitely these. Ups and downs. What am I going to give these some bitches? An up or a down? I'm going to give these smashed patties, these beautiful, delicious Johns that I ate tonight. I'm going to give these some bitches an up. And I'm going to give these Angus patties over here an absolute down. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we go more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.